Welcome into Kokomo Municipal Stadium for the first Sunday matinee of the 2022 Northwoods League season. After a heartbreaking series at Homer Stryker Field, the Rockford Rivets are looking to bounce back and pick up road win number 1 on the season as they take a trip to Kokomo, Indiana, take on a familiar foe in the Jackrabbits. Welcome in, everybody, to the Rockford Rivets Radio Network. I'm Andre Magaro. Happy you could join us here on this picture-perfect Sunday afternoon for some baseball. The Rivets come in a record of 3-3, Kokomo 2-4 upon their split with the Kenosha Kingfish. And as the Jackrabbits get set to take their position, Rockford out in the right dugout will come to the dish here in the top of the first inning. Tough one for the Rivets to swallow back-to-back walk-off losses courtesy of the Kalamazoo Growlers. And the Rivets will get back over the 500 mark this season. We'll take a brief break as the two teams head out onto the respective lines for the national anthem. When we come back, it'll be lineups and first pitch here from Kokomo Municipal on the Rivets Radio Network. National anthem wrapping up from Kokomo Municipal Stadium, set to get underway for the first of a two-game set between the Rockford Rivets and the host Kokomo Jackrabbits. Here's how the Rivets line up 1 through 9 under manager J.T. Scara, looking to move back over 500, currently 3-3 on the season. Their .265 team batting average, currently 6th in the Northwoods League. It was a last-second change for head coach J.T. Scara and company. Ty Crittenberger scratched from the leadoff spot. Colton Klein instead occupies that spot and will play at left field, batting leadoff from the left side. Then it's right-handed hitting Luke Sefcik, playing shortstop, batting second. Batting third is the second baseman Dylan Robertson. The Missouri State commit bats from the left side and hits third. Then it's 4 straight righties in this Rockford lineup. Matthew Mebin, the RBI machine, bats cleanup. Johannes Hawkinson back in the lineup tonight behind him, hitting fifth. Ryan Hampy, moving from catcher to first base and hits sixth. Garrett Sheffield, your DH tonight, hitting seventh. Then from the left side, Julian Jimenez, the right fielder, will bat eighth. And then righty Owen Brock does the catching tonight. He will hit ninth. So it's Klein, Sefcik, Robertson, Mebin, Hawkinson, Hampy, Sheffield, Jimenez, and Brock, the 9 for the Rockford Rivets here on Sunday afternoon, looking to get back in the win column after falling 2 straight. Let's meet the Kokomo arm on the mound. Hector Garcia will hit the ball for the Jackrabbits, a familiar face for the Rivets. His only appearance so far this season was a start back on Tuesday in Rockford when these two teams met to open up the season. He went 3 innings of work, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs on a walk and 4 strikeouts. 5'10", 195-pound sophomore right-hander, native of Garden Grove, California, from Hope International University, set to take the mound for the second time this season and oppose this Rivets lineup. So Colton Klein set to step into the lefty box. A beautiful day for baseball. Mid-80s, currently at 84 degrees at game time. Mostly sunny skies, wind, a slight breeze blowing right to left across the field. We get set to go from Kokomo Municipal. First of 2 between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits, second meeting of the season. Garcia working exclusively out of the stretch. Operate on the third base side of the rubber. First pitch pass ball pumped in for strike one over the outside edges of the zone at 1:06 p.m. local time in Rockford, 2:06 here in Kokomo. Here's the numbers on Klein this season. Through 5 games, he's 4 for 19. Did not play either of the last 2 contests. Pitch is up and away for a ball. 1-1 now the count. Did start game 1 again. Kalamazoo went 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Garcia bent at the bat, kicks and deals. 1-1 pitch. First sign of off speed. It's over the outside edge, and it counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Time went with the changeup that bled away from the lefty bat of Klein. Garcia mechanically keeps his front foot, his left, behind his right and puts all the pressure on that back foot. He kicks and deals home. Slow looper off the bat is caught by the shortstop, John Gazdar, ranging over to his right. Klein retired on the L6 to begin the ball game. We'll meet this Kokomo defense now. Infield left to right. Angel Galindez plays the hot corner at third. Already met Gazdar over at shortstop. Ethan Hagen, your second baseman, and Cole Sheehan will play first base. Meet the outfield in a second as Luke Sefcik steps in. His first pitch, fastball at the letters for strike one. Sefcik this season is 5 for 23, just a 217 average, but plenty of extra base pop. Already 3 extra base hits to his name and 6 RBIs. Garcia kicks and deals, breaking ball over the front shoulder. It's inside, 1-1. The outfield for the Jackrabbits tonight. Carlos Hidalgo in left field. Alex Neff in center. Bo Jaworski in right. More off speed from Garcia. This time over the outside edge. Counts 1 and 2 to Sefcik, who has yet to take the bat off his shoulders. Sefcik saw his 5-game hitting streak snapped last night in Kalamazoo. On the next pitch, fired home. 1-2 pitch fastball off the hands to stay alive to the right side, out of play. Sefcik did have hits in his first 5 games. Looking to come back to form. In the righty box, his back foot against the white line in the back of the batter's box. The 1-2 pitch, off speed, swung on and missed for strike 3. Good sequence from Garcia, who picks up strikeout number 1. Quickly 2 down here in the top of the first. Sefcik's 6th strikeout here on the Young Northwoods League season. And that'll bring up Dylan Robertson, who leisurely walks his way from the Rockford dugout on the right side into the lefty batter's box. Just Robertson's 3rd game of the season. A little bit of a late arrival from Iowa Western Community College, where he hit .382 this past spring. So far, 2 for 5 in the Northwoods League. First pitch fastball from Garcia. It's been a first pitch strike to all 3 hitters so far. Robertson has been an on-base machine for Rockford in the early stages, though 4 walks and a hit by pitch as he whips one foul down the first base line. And the count quickly 0-2. Garcia looking for a 1-2-3 frame. Trying to match the efficiency he started with in Rockford. He's working out of the windup now. The 0-2 pitch. Inside fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. And just like that, an efficient 1-2-3 top of the first for Hector Garcia. 2 strikeouts for Rockford. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played half an inning here in Kokomo. Jackrabbits come into the dish, and we'll meet Rockford starter Kent Evans and the defense when we come back here on the Rivets Radio Network. Back for the bottom of the first from Kokomo Municipal Stadium, still scoreless between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits. We'll take you through the lineups here. First for the Kokomo Jackrabbits, here's how they line up 1 through 9 in the batting order. Leading off is the DH Luke Sartori from the right side, followed by left-handed hitting outfielder Alex Neff. Then right Ethan Hagen bats third. Angel Galindez, a switch hitter, will hit in the cleanup spot. John Gazdar, righty bat, hits fifth. Then another switch hitter, it's Cole Sheehan, who bats sixth. Carlos Hidalgo, Brant Both, and Bo Jaworski rounded out in the bottom third from the right switch hitting and left sides, respectively. For Rockford defensively, outfield left to right, we said add some changes. It's Colton Klein in left, Johannes Hawkinson in center, and Julian Jimenez in right, shuffling around after Krittenberger's absence. In the infield, left to right, Nebin at third, Sefcik and Robertson up the middle. Ryan Hampy makes his first start at first base of the summer. Owen Brock does the catching. For the starter, Kent Evans Jr., 6'4", 195 pounds, senior right-hander from Crete, Illinois. Only made one appearance so far, did come Tuesday against the Jackrabbits at Rivets Stadium, where he went an inning, gave up an earned run on a hit, and also walked one batter. So into the leadoff box, here comes Luke Sartori. 4 for 23 this season through 6 games, and an RBI to his name. Evans out of the windup. The right-hander's first pitch, low and away for ball 1 to Sartori on that fastball. Evans, primarily a 3-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, changeup. He operates on the first base side of the rubber. He picks and deals, cross-body delivery. This one bounced up the middle towards shortstop. Sefcik on the run, throws, not in time. Went off the end of the bat, bounced up the middle high off the turf here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Sefcik ranged in front of the second base bag, lost his lid as he threw sidearm to first base, but Sartori, plenty of plus speed to beat it out. An infield single starts today for the Jackrabbits. So one aboard with nobody out, Alex Neff, now the hitter. Be some early work for this Rivets defense. All turf surface here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. In the lefty box comes Alex Neff, 2 for 9 through 3 games. Redshirt sophomore outfielder, 6'4", 225 pounds. Runner quickly off. Evans slips as he delivers the ball home. Throw down from Brock on one hop is not in time. Evans lost his footing there as he planted his foot down off the mound. Throw came in low to Brock, who tried to throw out the runner in Sartori. It's a Kokomo team that runs aggressively, and it short hopped right in front of Sefcik trying to cover the bag. But a stolen base for Sartori, that puts him into scoring position. He's now 6 for 6 already this season swiping bags. Next pitch from Evans, breaking ball, swung on and missed. According to the scoreboard here, that first pitch was called a strike. Looked like it had been low in the zone. Ken Evans won't mind. He's up in the count 0-2. Neff plays his college ball at Dayton. 185 hitter this season. 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Could be a big first out here for the Rivets. After the leadoff single and stolen base from Sartori. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball off the outside edge. Brock tried to bring it back, but it's high. Counts 1-2. Rockford wearing the primary road uniforms today, the dark gray scale uniforms with the gold block numbers and lettering outlined in black. Evans on the mound with the high black stirrup socks, the gold and white stripes. Looks back the runner on second, not being held on. Infield back for the Rivets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped on the right side. Diving effort from Robertson. It's off his glove, kicks in the right field for a base hit. Jimenez overruns the baseball, ricochets off his glove towards the right field corner. One coming home to score in Sartori, and all the way to third is Alex Neff. A single and an E9 allows Kokomo to take a 1-0 lead and put Neff 90 feet away before an out's recorded. Back-to-back hits to start the game for the Jackrabbits, and then the defensive miscues continue to pile up on the Rivets. 2 base error after the single. See if it's scored as an RBI or not, but for now, Ethan Hagen steps into the righty batter's box. And an opportunity for Kokomo to put up a crooked number early. Infield will stay back for Rockford. First pitch to Hagen, way tight. Just rushes by the front of his cream jersey, and it's 1-0. Hagan 6 for 23 this season, 261 average, 4 runs batted in. Next pitch is swung on, chopped towards third. Mebane has it off his right hip. Throw across is in time, but Neff, leaving on contact, comes home to score. An RBI ground out for Ethan Hagan, his 5th RBI of the season, and it's 2-0 Jackrabbits in the bottom of the first. As the bat dog grabbed the bat, left at home plate, to much to the applause of this crowd. It's been a hot start for the home side. Kokomo already up 2-0 as the first out of the game was recorded. So 1 away, base is now empty. See if that helps clear the head of Evans as Angel Galindez steps into the righty box. First pitch outside for a ball. Galindez through 6 games, a 273 average, 6 for 22. 4 runs batted in, still looking for his first extra base hit. Evans comes back inside with the fastball to even the count. That defensive miscue immediately comes back to sting the Rivets. That was a potential double play ball. Now last at bat as Evans finds the inside edge of the zone this time, ahead in the count 1-2. But if Neff stays on first after that base hit, that's a potential double play ball, a high one hopper to Mebane, who could have fielded even with the bag thrown to second. But instead, it produces another run. As this one's popped foul, first base side, it'll reach the seats. Still 1-2 to Galindez. Went out here in the bottom of the first, 2-0 Jackrabbits over the Rivets. Back-to-back hits and an error in right field from Jimenez, plating 2 Kokomo runs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, swung on, lightly tapped towards third. Mebane on the run again, has it. His throw across in time on the run. That will retire the second out of the frame. Back-to-back putouts from Matt Mebane, and 2 down now in the first. Two outs, nobody on. John Gazdar, the 5th Jackrabbit to bat in the frame. First pitch from Evans out of the windup outside. Gazdar through 6 games this season, 3 for 19. Does have a home run to his name, 4 runs batted in. Didn't hit for a lot of power for Chabot College this season, but has shown some impressive pop at times for a middle infielder. Evans outside with 2 straight, and it's 2-0. Umpire crew for this afternoon, home plate crew chief Billy Yeager, Tyler Melhop at third, Evan Kerr at first to complete the 3-man crew. 2-0 is outside of the zone once again. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Gazdar stands with a wide open stance in the righty box. His right foot up against the back chalk line. 3-0 pitch. No contest outside. A 4-pitch walk with 2 down. First walk for Evans, and that'll make way for Cole Sheehan. Sheehan just 2 for 7 on the young season through 3 games. Switch hitter will bat from the left side against the righty Evans. Now works out of the stretch. Outside for ball 1. Evans was used as a reliever in his own Rivet appearance so far this summer, but local product from Rockford University was mainly a starter in the spring. Next pitch up high for a ball. Runner takes off, throw down, sweeps into center field. Past an outstretched Sefcik, who had to run across the second base bag. Runner will not advance, though, as Gazdar will just stay put at second base, elected to go with the head-first slide. Couldn't get back to his feet in time, but it's the second stolen base of the inning for the Jackrabbits, the 3rd for Gazdar in 4 attempts this summer. It's a Kokomo team that runs a lot. Batting average has been down there, just 223. That's 7th worst in the Northwoods League. But when they get on base, they get around quickly. Next pitch is swung on, fouled off. 2-1, they count to Sheehan. Evans' numbers for Rockford University this season through 11 starts went 2-6 with a 6.58 ERA. Went 53 1/3 innings, allowing 39 earned runs. Opponents hit 279 against. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball tight, couldn't get the grip around, and Sheehan up in the count 3-1. Evans looking to battle back. Nobody holding on the runner at second. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Sheehan was on, and Evans has ridden a full count and now looking to get out of this first inning. Pitching staff is notably thin for this Rivets team here in the early phases of the season, so every inning Evans can eat up becomes more and more valuable. Payoff pitch. Swung on, popped foul left side over the Kokomo dugout. Mentioned it earlier, but the all-cream uniforms for Kokomo here at home. Orange numbers outlined in bright yellow. Jackrabbits scripted across the front of those uniforms. 3-2 pitch. Down low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks with 2 outs, puts 2 on for Carlos Hidalgo. Already 2 across in the inning for Kokomo. The manager, JT Scarrow, will come out for a mound visit. Again, cannot afford this to snowball on Kent Evans, especially when you consider that 35 pitch threshold that does not allow a batter to re-enter a game in the Northwoods League. Kent Evans currently at 22 pitches here in this first inning. In the bottom third of the Kokomo lineup. Jackrabbits have already scored 2 in the frame. Back-to-back singles started the game from Sartori and Neff. Sartori stole second base before Neff singled him home. And then when the ball was overran by right fielder Julian Jimenez, got all the way towards that wall by the 3:30 mark, and that allowed Neff to easily advance all the way to third base where he scored on an RBI groundout from Ethan Hagen. So the Jackrabbits scored their 2 runs. They're threatening once again here in the first. Rockford needs an out to get back to the dish. Standing between them and that is Carlos Hidalgo, left fielder. Was not on the Jackrabbits roster when the 2 teams played earlier this week. Has just played 3 games. He's 2 for 13 so far. First pitch from Evans over the outside edge, a called strike. Hidalgo, 6'2", 190 pounds, sophomore outfielder from Glen Cove, New York. Plays college ball at St. John's. Evans looks back the runner, not being held on at second. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Playable and right for Jimenez, racing towards the line, loses his hat, tries to slide down awkwardly. The ball 1 hops out of play in foul territory. Can't blame Jimenez there. Not a lot of foul ground here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Maybe 5 or 6 feet, if that, between the line and a hard cement wall with padding in front of it. Jimenez elects not to go into that padding and instead just slides right to the right of his glove and hops out of play. So an 0-2 count here to Hidalgo. Evans 1 pitch away from getting out of the frame. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball's a called strike 3. Billy Yeager rips the pages. Hidalgo goes down looking. First strikeout for Evans, and the side is retired. For the Jackrabbits in the inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left on base. 2-0 Kokomo through an inning. Rockford has some work to do. Have to battle back from behind. The first time this season. When we come back here on the Rivets Radio Network. Some unfamiliar territory for the Rockford Rivets, playing from behind early. They give up 2 in the bottom of the first inning to the Kokomo Jackrabbits. It's 2-0 to the hosts here on this Sunday matinee from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. 4-5-6 go up in the Rockford order against starter Hector Garcia, who allowed no hits, retiring the side in order, striking out 2 in the top of the first inning. A different challenge waits for him in the right-handed batter's box. Matthew Mebin steps in. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs already this season. Goes up swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off third base side off the fencing of the Jackrabbits dugout. Mebin hitting .320 this season, 8 for his first 25. But the extra base production from his freshman campaign at South Georgia State College has certainly transferred into the Northwoods League so far. 0-1 breaking ball, tight to the jersey, 1-1 the count. Garcia's done an extremely effective job at getting ahead of hitters early. He's out of the windup with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball grounded towards third. High hop for Galindez behind the bag. Fields it to his left, throw across. Sheehan had to stretch off the bag for it, but got his right foot back on the bag, fully outstretched to beat Mebin. 1 away in the second. Throw was up the line behind the bag. Sheehan had to redirect himself midair and was able to backhand the baseball. As JT Scara comes out of the dugout and asks for the 3-man umpiring crew to discuss it, Matthew Mebin isn't leaving the first base bag. He thinks that maybe Sheehan didn't get his foot back on that bag in time. So the 3-man crew deliberates in front of the pitcher's mound. Billy Yeager, the crew chief at home plate. Evan Kerr, the first base umpire, was the one who made the call, and he will confirm it right now as Mebin trudges back to the Rockford dugout. Tyler Melhop at third base, the other individual involved on that discussion. So Mebin retired, 1 away for Johannes Hawkinson. Senior outfielder from Evansville. Returning to the Rockford starting lineup tonight. Did pinch hit last night's defeat to the Growlers. He swings at the first pitch, scalds it to center field. Neff had him shaded towards the left, and because of that, only has to make a couple steps backwards before making the catch. Hawkinson ripped that baseball. He's been slumping a little bit as of late. Now 0 for his last 11, but he hit that one on the screws. Neff had it played perfectly in center field for the second out of the inning. So quickly, 2 down for Garcia. Nobody on for the Rivets here in the top of the second. Ryan Hampy, the batter. First pitch to him, fastball straight down the chute for strike 1. Through 5 games this season, the redshirt junior from Illinois, 3 for 16. A home run and 5 RBIs. Hit a grand slam in the first inning of last night's contest in Kalamazoo. Garcia gets in on the hands with the breaking ball, and he's ahead again, 0-2. Every single batter has seen a first pitch strike so far for Garcia, who has yet to allow a Rivet to reach base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Easy as you could like for Hector Garcia. It's a 7-pitch inning, and he is through the first 6 Rivets in order in this one. For Rockford in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. It's 2-0 Kokomo through an inning and a half. We'll step aside. You're on the Rivets Radio Network. Bottom of the second from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Rivets trail the Jackrabbits 2-0. Andre Magaro, happy you could join us here on a Sunday afternoon. Been free and easy for Hector Garcia, second time through against the Rockford Rivets. Kent Evans hoping for similar efficiency as he looks to settle into his start here. 8-9-1. Due up for the host Jackrabbits. Rand Voth will be the first. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Evans. First pitch from the tall, lanky right-hander swung on and cranked foul out of play over towards the playground down the right field line. That ball was squared up from Voth, but caught it down the line. Well foul in the end. The sophomore catcher from Simi Valley, California. Only has one hit through 4 games so far in the Northwoods League. 1 for 13 to be exact. 3 RBIs to his name. Has plenty of pop as he displayed at Creighton this season. Evans up and away with the fastball. The count's currently 1-1. Now out of the windup, here's the next pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. Did Voth go? They'll appeal down to third. He did not, according to Tyler Melhop, and the count's 2-1. But for Voth, 13 hits this season for Creighton in 73 at-bats, 3 home runs. This is a very pitchers-friendly park here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium in the Northwoods League, but Voth has the power on display to challenge those boundaries. Up and away, 3-1. Here's the next pitch from Evans. Fastball popped up. This one will stay in the yard. Playable for Sefcik, retreating from his position at shortstop. Doesn't see the baseball, and it falls behind him in front of center fielder Johannes Hawkinson for a base hit. The two talk it over. It's the third hit of the game for the Jackrabbits. Sefcik was putting his hand up in the air, trying to shield his eyes from the sun. And Hawkinson and Klein looked like they thought that meant he was calling the baseball, so they slow up. The baseball lands behind him, and it's the third Jackrabbits hit of the game. Another defensive miscue for the Rivets. That brings up Bo Jaworski with 1 on and nobody out. Rockford middle infield set to turn 2. First baseman and Hampy holding on the runner. Mebbins even with the bag off the line at third. Evans goes off speed and breaks it over the plate for strike 1 to Jaworski. Not the cleanest defensive series for the Rivets in Kalamazoo, where they made 6 errors across the 2 games. That one won't go down as an error, but it sure does feel like a mistake. Next pitch outside, throw down to second base. It's in time. Voth took off. Brock threw it well wide to the right of the bag. Sefcik had to race all the way over from shortstop, cross the second base bag, catch it, slide to his knees on the all-turf surface, and tag out Voth, who won with the head-first dive. He's caught stealing, and there's 1 away here in the second. 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1 the count. And boy, if there was ever immediate redemption, it was that play from Luke Sefcik. Obviously can't help losing the ball in the sun, but was able to straddle across the bag, make a diving effort to stop the ball, and tag out Voth mid-flight for the out. 2-1 pitch is fouled back, 2-2. Two-two offering. Fastball in on the hands, popped foul. It'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next 2-2. Swung on, popped up. In foul territory, Mebin at third, giving it a look as he races over, but it's into the Kokomo bullpen. The dimensions here are unique at Kokomo Municipal. We talk about, in that first inning, not a lot of foul territory down the lines towards the fence, but the cushion surface juts in once you get past that immediate fencing area and the bullpens, and there's actually quite a large amount of foul ground on the infield part of foul territory. Plays large in that regard. Here's a 2-2 from Evans. Changeup swung on and missed for strike 3. Jaworski goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Evans, and now 2 down in the second. Boy, Ken Evans has bounced back nicely. Hasn't gotten a lot of help from his defense behind him. The ball that fell earlier this inning, the error from Jimenez as well. But he has shown that mentality with this 3-pitch mix to get through this order the first time. Luke Sartori, now the batter with 2 outs. First pitch fastball at the letters for strike one. Sartori singled and scored back in the first inning. Stole a bag before being singled home by Alex Neff, who waits on deck. 0-1 pitch, hard hit ground ball to third, past the diving Mebin, sneaks into left field for a base hit. Sartori quickly 2 for 2 through 2 innings. Well placed ground ball on this slick all turf surface, and he's aboard with 2 outs in the second. It's not a lot Mebin could do on that play. Was playing well off the bag at third, but on a turf surface on a humid day like this, the ball moves extremely quickly. Dove out extended with that left hand that's still wrapped with medical tape after the injury he suffered getting hit on the hand by the pitch in Kalamazoo. He's favoring that hand, shaking it as he puts his glove back on. As Evans checks on the runner at first before delivering to Alex Neff. First pitch to Neff, fastball over the outside edge, strike one. Neff singled home Sartori in the first. We'll see if Sartori's in motion. Has swiped 6 bags in 6 attempts so far in the Northwoods League this season, and Kokomo has been picking on Owen Brock behind home plate in the early going. Already 3 attempted steals here in the second inning. 2 of them have been successful. Aggressive lead. He's past the cutout with Hampy holding him on. 0-1 pitch on the way. Slide step from Evans. Fastball fouled back from Neff. He's down in the count 0-2. And that's if you're the Rivets, how you have to control the running game. And typically a high leg kick from Ken Evans goes with a slide step on that occasion. Not only throws off the timing of the runner Sartori trying to steal, but also a very late swing from Neff on a pitch that had a lot of the plate. He's used it to get ahead here. Next slide step, the 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Kent Evans strikes out Neff on 3 pitches to leave Sartori stranded and retire the side. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. There was a man left in the bottom of the second. Still 2-0 Jackrabbits. Rivets bats trying to go to work. In the bottom third of their order will attack Hector Garcia when we come back. Listening to the Rivets Radio Network. Top of the third from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. 2-0 Jackrabbits lead the Rivets as Rockford looks to come from behind to secure its first road win of 2022. Rockford sends the bottom third of its lineup to the dish this half inning. Garrett Sheffield, Julian Jimenez, Owen Brock, your scheduled hitters, against starter Hector Garcia, who's had much more success second time around this season against the Rivets. Slow, methodical delivery out of the windup. First pitch fastball stings the outside corner to Garrett Sheffield, today's DH, and it's 0-1. Warren Garcia in a moment. Sheffield this season just 2 for 15 through 5 games. 9 walks and a hit by pitch. He's managed to find his way on base, grinding out at bats, but Garcia comes back with an elevated fastball, check swing. He went around, according to first base umpire Evan Kerr, quickly 0-2 to Sheffield. That's been the key for Garcia, getting ahead of hitters, keeping that pitch count low. 0-2 to Sheffield, fastball swung on and missed. Blew 3 straight by him for the strikeout. 11th K of the season for Sheffield, already the third from Garcia in this game, and there's one away in the third. Julian Jimenez now into the lefty box. Garcia working with that methodical pace. Jimenez still looking for his first hit of the Northwoods League season. He's 0 for 8 through 5 games. Garcia comes right back, pounding the outside corner with the fastball to go ahead 0-1. Jimenez 0 for 4 in the Kalamazoo series, had 3 strikeouts. Garcia, first sign of off speed, he breaks it over the outside edge again, 0-2 to Jimenez. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball in on the hands, fouled back, stays 0-2. You can tell Garcia watched the game film from his first outing, knows where to attack these Rockford hitters. Again, just went 3 innings against the Rivets back at Rivets Stadium on Tuesday. Allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits. 0-2 pitch. Elevated fastball. Jimenez doesn't chase. 1-2. But staying away from the bat path, not giving them anything to pull. 1-2 pitch drifts away again. And the count's 2-2. See if Jimenez can grind out an at bat here. He's good at running counts deep. High on base percentage this season for Milwaukee Tech was at .411. But the 2-2, a breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. Just a flail of the bat from Jimenez, who was outmatched. 4 strikeouts and 3 straight Ks for Garcia. 2 down here in the third. I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter in the Rockford order, Owen Brock. He's also looking for his first hit of this Northwoods League season, 0 for 5 through 3 games. Garcia goes breaking ball, and it breaks at the letters for strike 1. Garcia, as we said, unconventional off the mound, operates on the third base side of the rubber, leans his shoulders backwards, and bends his back before delivering home. This one's grounded to shortstop. Easy play for Gazdar, but it can't be picked by Sheehan at first base. Was a worm burner in the hole. Gazdar made a lackadaisical throw across, and it looked like an easy catch for Sheehan. But as he flips his glove underhand, it pops out of his glove, and Owen Brock's aboard. Will be scored as an E3. And what a way for Rockford to get its first base runner. Just poor defense from the Jackrabbits, and we'll see if Rockford can make them pay. Colton Klein, the leadoff man, comes to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball outside again. Klein, first time up, hit a soft liner to Gazdar at shortstop, who made the play in the hole for the first out of the ball game. Righty on the mound, lefty in the box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball high, 1-1. Klein a deep breath before settling into the lefty box. Brock, see if he's in motion here. Not too much of a stolen base threat. Did have 13 of them from Milwaukee Area Tech this season in his action. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back on a fastball, and it's 1-2 to Klein. This is a situation here you can really send the runner with 2 strikes. Try to get him into scoring position. Worst case, he's thrown out, and your leadoff man gets a fresh AB in the top of the 4th inning. Rivets looking to come from behind. They gave up 2 in the first, trailing 2-0 here in the first of a 2-game set, a Sunday matinee. Infield back for Kokomo, except for Sheehan holding on the runner on first. Reached via his error. 1-2, breaking ball outside. Garcia back set. Bends his back shoulder blades. Runner takes off. 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back. Klein knows he just missed one. Was straight on the elevated heater. Got a 2-strike mistake. Couldn't quite put it into the field of play. So Brock retreats towards first. And we do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two twos upstairs, and the count rides full. All of a sudden, some deep counts from Garcia. Rockford has not had a hit since his 4th inning against Kalamazoo last night. 7 straight innings without a hit, looking to avoid making it 8, and he does right on cue. 3-2 pitch, smoked up the middle for a base hit. Brock was off with the pitch. He heads to third, and they're on the corners with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. First hit for Rockford, and it was a line shot from Colton Klein right up the middle. That's what Colton Klein can do. Grind out at bats, a professional hitter throughout all 4 seasons at Carthage College, and he continues that into the Northwoods League here. So an RBI chance with 2 outs for Luke Sefcik. As Rockford looks to get on the board here in the top of the 3rd. Sefcik 0 for 1 today, struck out. First time up. Garcia bet at the back, kicks and deals. First pitch, fastball, right at the letters for strike 1. That's 11 first pitch strikes now and as many attempts for Garcia. Sefcik did strike out first time, but has had some success against Garcia this season. A triple, an RBI triple for his first Northwoods League hit when these 2 teams matched up on Tuesday. Garcia's fastball runs outside, 1-1. Just 5 hits for Sefcik on the young season. 3 of them have been for extra bases. Has 6 RBIs. Another opportunity here. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off the mask of Voth. He's immediately shaken up and calling for Garcia to walk over towards him and give him some time to shake that one off. Didn't quite see where it caught him. Trainer will come out, along with Jackrabbits head coach Stephen Leonetti. Give a look to their catcher. And they'll make the walk about halfway out the dugout, and Voth will shoo them away. So it looks like he's all good. No worse for the wear. Exchanging a few words with Sefcik right now. A couple of chuckles between the two. So it looks like everybody in good spirits. Jaegers delivered a new baseball to Garcia, just dusting off the rubber pellets from home plate. Still a 1-2 count to Sefcik here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Rockford trying to get on the board. They trail 2-0 here in the top of the 3rd. Garcia peers in for the sign. Ball set up outside. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, popped up. Towering shot into shallow center field. Neff over to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Rivets threaten but do not score in the visiting 3rd. For Rockford, no runs on a hit. There was an error and 2 men left. It's still 2-0 Jackrabbits. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Rivets Radio Network. Bottom of the third from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. The Jackrabbits lead the Rivets 2-0. Looking for a little revenge after a split in Rockford to start the Northwoods League season are the Rivets, but they'll have to come from behind to do so. They threatened in the last half frame, left two runners stranded. Ethan Hagan will bat for Kokomo here to lead off the frame. 3-4-5, two up in the Jackrabbits lineup. Starter Ken Evans remains on the bump, has settled into this one nicely after a scary first inning. First pitch runs way outside to Hagan, 1-0 the count. Hagan swung at the first pitch, and RBI ground out to third back in the first inning. Evans kicks and deals low and outside. Brock, the catcher, lunging across his body to keep that one in front. So 2-0 to count here to Hagan. Been a thorn in the side this season of the Rivets. Go ahead RBI and Rockford as well, in addition to the one today. Evans has missed low and away with 3 straight, and it's 3-0. If you're just joining us, Jackrabbits scored their run on back-to-back singles in the first inning from Sartori and Neff. A stolen base from Sartori got him into scoring position, and then an E9 got Neff all the way up to third base, where Hagan grounded him in. 3-0 pitch is over for a called strike. Here's a 3-1 pitch. This one smoked toward center field. Hawkinson has it lined up over to his right. Makes the play for out number 1. So 1 down, nobody on there in the third. 2-0 Kokomo. Angel Galindez from the plate. First pitch, a called strike to Galindez, switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty in Evans. 0-1 the count. Galindez bounced out to third as well back in the first inning. Next pitch, a breaking ball. Hit on the ground, right side. Robertson, the second baseman, has it on a couple of hops off his left hip, and a strong throw to first. 2 down. And this is what you need from Ken Evans. Talked about how thin that Rockford pitching staff is today. Not a lot of options, so economic pitch count like this. Just 6 in the frame, 40 feet for the game. Can you find a way to get an end man quickly here in the third? Two outs, nobody on. John Gazdar walked and stole a base back in the first, was left stranded. First pitch from Evans, fastball straight over the heart of the plate. It's beginning to get into a groove now. Evans was a mixed bag at times at Rockford University, but consistent at times as well. The 0-1 is scalded back up the middle with 1 hops in front of Hawkinson in center field. So just like that, Kokomo's 4th hit of the ball game and a 2-out base runner. Gazdar aboard, just his 4th hit of the season. Here is Cole Sheehan on the lefty box. Another switch hitter in this Kokomo lineup. First pitch, low tie for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball over the inside edge. Counts even at 1-1. Sheehan, a product of Pepperdine, where he hit .260 this season, a home run, 8 RBIs through 29 games, started 25 of them. Runner bluffs, takes off, and now the 1-1 is laced into left center field for a base hit. Turning and going to third is Gazdar. The throw into third is not in time. The bluff steal pays dividends. Gazdar to third. Sheehan goes all the way up to second on his single, and now 2 in scoring position and back-to-back hits with 2 outs. The bluff steal from Gazdar drew in the shortstop Seftik, and then a line drive from Sheehan went right to where Seftik was positioned and went into left field. The Jackrabbits have wreaked havoc on the base paths in the early going of this game, and it plays for them again, as now they have 2 in scoring position for Carlos Hidalgo. First pitch swinging, lifted towards right. It hangs up for Jimenez, positioned perfectly. He makes the catch to retire the side. Hidalgo hit it well, but Evans gets out of another jam. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 men are left. 2-0 Jackrabbits. We head to the 4th after this on the Rivets Radio Network. Back at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. 2-0 Jackrabbits lead the Rivets. 8-9-1 due up here in the top of the 4th. As this one smoked straight back foul. 3-4-5 due up in the Rockford order. Dylan Robertson fouls the first pitch he sees back. Robertson today 0 for 1. He's a strikeout victim of starter Hector Garcia. Back out there for his 4th inning of work. Already surpassing his initial start of the season against the Rivets. Part of that's been getting ahead of hitters early and often. He's throwing a first pitch strike to every hitter he's faced. The 1-1 laced out towards center field. It gets down, tailing towards left, towards Alex Neff. Long turnaround first for Robertson, who will stay put with a long leadoff single. Just second hit of the day for Rockford, but the offense starting to come to life here. Single in the last inning for Klein after Brock reached on the air. Chu immediately left stranded. But a leadoff base runner for Matthew Mebin as the Rivets look to get the offense generated here in the 4th. Mebin 0 for 1 today, bounced out the 3rd back in the 2nd inning. First pitch to him, inside for a ball. It's the first pitch Garcia has thrown that's been a ball to a hitter. Robertson aggressive leadoff first being held on by Sheehan as comes right back with a breaking ball away from Mebin, and the count's 2-0. Not a guy you want to fall into a hitter's count against. Mebin, 13 RBIs to pace the Rivets so far this season. Garcia bent at the back. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Fastball smoked foul down the left field line. You can see the pellets on the all-turf surface kick up from here. Mebin got around on that baseball. It's a 2-1 count. I've seen a lot of pitchers pitching Matt inside on this road trip, particularly with Kalamazoo, where he was hit on the hand a couple of times, hit on the back forearm yesterday. 2-1 pitch, outer third, drilled deep to right center field, back towards the wall. It one hops over the base of the wall in right center. Ultimately does the Rivets a disservice. Robertson was flying around the base paths. He would have easily scored, but it splits the gap between Yaworski and Neff, and it's a double for Matthew Mebane the other way. There's the power, and there's two in scoring position with nobody out here in the fourth. What a shot to right center. We said this ballpark plays very pitcher friendly. It didn't look like it on that last swing from Mebane. It's 369 to the right center field gap, and that ball bounced just a couple feet away from the warning track and went over the extended chain link fencing with the yellow top over the padded wall here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. So a mound conference from Stephen Leonetti as Hector Garcia will have to work out of his first jam of the contest. Two in scoring position with nobody out here in the fourth. Johannes Hawkinson is your batter. Hawkinson, you'll remember, ambushed the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat, a line shot to center field. 0 for 1 today. Garcia taking his time on the mound. Here's the pitch. First pitch up high, snagged by Voth to prevent the runners from advancing. Had to lift his catching glove well above his helmet, and it's 1-0. Lots of foul ground here at Kokomo Municipal behind home plate. Big backstop to play with if one gets away. 2-1 pitch. Fastball away again. Hitters count to Hawkinson at 2-0. And you can see Garcia slowly starting to waver on the mound. This is a big juncture in the game here. Rivets conceded 2 in the first, trying to get it back here. 2-0 pitch. Fastball high again, 3-0. See if Hawkinson's taking. 3 balls, no strikes, a pitch. Fastball straight down the chute was taking all the way. It's 3-1. First 2 have reached in the inning via single and double. Tying run on second base. Here's the pitch. 3-1 fastball just clipped the top of the letters. Hawkinson for a moment thought it was ball 4, but the count rides full. Next pitch, 3-2, smoked up the middle. It's through for a base hit. 1 run scores in Robertson. Mebane right behind him. The throw to the plate is cut off. Mebane scores standing, and it's a 2 RBI single for Johannes Hawkinson. What a way to snap an 0 for 11 streak. Rivets offense on the board. It's a 2-2 ball game in the top of the fourth. Great piece of hitting from Hawkinson. Took it right back where it came from with 2 strikes, and Rockford's offense finally gets cooking. First runs in 8 innings for the Rivets, and now Ryan Happy comes to the dish with still nobody out. Garcia's first pitch to him, breaking ball over the outer corner for strike 1. Happy's 0 for 1, struck out on 3 pitches back in the second. We'll check on Hawkinson. He's back with a head first dive. Just big situation for this Rivets team, whose offense has notably been better on the road so far this season than last year. It was a big hiccup for them. 265 team average coming into today. As Hawkinson takes off, pitch swung on a miss from Happy on the breaking ball. Throw down to second base, short hops to the bag. It's not in time. Hawkinson slid in feet first and cut off the glove angle from Ethan Hagen at second base, who was over to cover. So it kicked off the leg of Hawkinson, who beat the throw without a doubt regardless. So it's a swiped bag for Hawkinson. That's his 3rd stolen base of the summer. He's in scoring position. Still nobody out. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hampy fights it off the hands. Inside out swing down the right field line. It's just foul. Was blooped over the head of Sheehan, who was even with the bag at first, and it looked like it was hooking back towards fair territory, but kicks up just to the right of that line. So it stays 0-2 to Hampy. 2 across already in the inning for the Rivets. 3 hits. Garcia kicks and deals the 0-2. Fought off the hands again of Hampy. This time skewed foul to the right, out of play. Hampy stands straight up in the righty box. Twirls the bat a couple times. Has it come to rest on his right shoulder. Garcia peering back at the runner at second. Now kicks and deals home. The 0-2. Breaking ball bounced in front. Blocked by Voth. 1-2 now the count. It was free and easy for Garcia through 3 innings, but Rockford has greeted him with a lot of hard contact in this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fastball up. Counts even. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on, popped up. Third base side. Galindez gives it a look, but it's well out of play off the roof of the field level seating here at Kokomo Municipal. A bunch of bright red seats. Brown overhang from those seats. And an all cream colored concourse covered in concrete. Once again, all turf throughout the field. Green padded wall in the outfield. With a chain link fence above and white padding on top. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, cranked towards left center field, backing uphill. Doggo, he goes into the gap. He won't get there. It 2 hops off the base of the wall. Scoring is Hawkinson. Hampy cruises into second. An RBI double for Ryan Hampy. And the Rivets keep on adding on here in the 4th. They've scored 3 before recording it out, and they have the lead. 3-2 Rockford. What a hit from Ryan Hampy with 2 strikes, continued to fight off tough pitches, and got a hanging breaking ball from Garcia that he did not miss into the left center field gap. 4 straight hits to start the 4th, and Rockford has the lead. Nobody out for Sheffield. Not showing bunt, instead takes up high for ball 1. Boy, how about the bounce back from this Rivets team? Fell behind early, some sloppy defense again, and some hard contact from these Kokomo bats, but Rockford will not back down. They've come from behind to take the lead. 1-0 pitch from Sheffield, popped up foul, first base side, out of play. Sheffield struck out back in the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Garcia set at the belt. And now the pitch. 1-1 hit on the ground left side. Diving effort from the shortstop. Gazard squeaks into left field for a base hit. Hampy had the pause at second, so he stays at 3rd. But it's the 3rd hit of the season for Garrett Sheffield, and they're on the corners. Still nobody out. 5 straight hits to start the 4th for the Rivets. Gotta feel good for Garrett Sheffield. Got around on one of those inside deliveries. And Gazdar, who was pinched up the middle to hold on the runner at second, couldn't retreat into the hole in time at shortstop. Then I'll bring up Julian Jimenez. 0 for 1 today, still looking for his first hit of the season. Swings and misses at the fastball. Voth was out of his crouch quickly from behind the plate, and Kes Sheffield tried to take off, but he stays at first, 0-1. And now a lot of ways here to manage the offense if you're Rockford. Sheffield really impressive wheels at first base. He's already got an aggressive 3-step lead. He's off with the pitch. It's straight down the heart of the plate for a strike. The throw goes through to second. The throw, Sheffield overruns the bag. He's caught in a rundown between second and 3rd as he takes off. Hampy's not going to leave 3rd base, so Gazdar just chases Sheffield over to 3rd base and tags him out. That probably the worst it could have gone for the Rivets on that occasion was a straight steal of second base. Sheffield was in there safely, but slid too late and overslid the second base bag. That allowed Gazdar to chase him down. Hampy just stayed at 3rd base and allowed the tag to be applied. So there's your first out of the inning. Hampy still on 3rd. It's 0-2 to Jimenez, who fouls one off his foot. Not a tough first out there for Rockford. A situation where maybe if you have a faster base runner on third base, can think about sending them straight through on a play like that. But if Sheffield's on the bag, he's probably safe, and you probably have two in scoring position with nobody out. Tough break, but still a duck left on the pond. Kokomo infield comes halfway in. You're on a slick all-turf surface. The 0-2. Garcia gets a swing and a miss. Jimenez down on strikes for the second time today. 5 strikeouts for Garcia. Now 2 away, just like that in the fourth. Now the first pitch to Owen Brock, reached on an error to really start the offense for Rockford. Was a routine ground ball to shortstop that Gazdar lackadaisically backhanded at short. Tried to make the throw across. It couldn't be picked out by Sheehan at first base, or couldn't be caught on the fly, I should say. It was a low throw, but probably should have been caught underhand. From that point, Hector Garcia hasn't been comfortable, been leaving a lot over the plate, and these Rockford bats, second time through the order, have made the adjustment. Next pitch out of the zone, 1-1 to Brock. Hampy still on third. His RBI double made it 3-2 Rivets. 1-1 pitch tight. Brock turns his back to the play. Nearly clips the outside of his dark gray jersey, but it's 2-1. Brock has a slightly open stance in the righty box. Does crowd the plate. Rotates his inside left elbow. Garcia paints the outside edge with a fastball. The count's 2-2. Still looking for his first hit here of the Northwoods League season. 0 for 6. But has reached base on 7 different occasions. 2-2. Breaking ball straight down the chute. It's a called strike 3. Garcia's stuff has been on. He has 6 strikeouts, but the damage is done in the inning for Rockford. 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and 1 man left. But the Rivets have turned this game on its head and found the bats here in Kokomo. It's 3-2 Rivets. They'll look to protect that lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth after this here on the Rockford Rivets Radio Network. Back for the bottom of the fourth inning from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Rivets have turned this game on its head. Rockford leads 3-2. 8-9-1. Due up in the Jackrabbits order, Brant Voth will get things started against Kent Evans, who now all of a sudden has a lead to protect here in Kokomo. First pitch over the outside edge, a called strike to Voth, who was one of 5 Jackrabbits to hit safely in this game, did so back in the second inning. Ultimately was caught stealing, thrown out at second base. Next pitch from Evans, breaking ball, never got the feel on the curveball, well away from Brock, into the righty batter's box, and the count's 1-1. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Jackrabbits in this one. Next pitch hit on the ground, right side, through for a base hit. Robertson, the second baseman, was playing deep on the infield. Hampy behind the bag at first, but the way this quick turf surface plays, a lot of those ground balls tend to squeak through, and it's a 2-for-2 start to the day for Brant Voss, 6th hit for the Jackrabbits. So a leadoff base runner for the 9-hole man, Bo Yaworski. Yaworski's 0 for 1 today, struck out back in the second. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back. .393 hitter this spring at Mitchell College. You'll check on the runner at first. Jackrabbits have been plenty active on the base paths. That's really where they generate most of their offense this season. But the offense has been hard to come by for this Kokomo team. Pitches taken outside. Yaworski showed bunt momentarily and then pulled back. 1-1 the count. Evans dialed in on his catcher Brock. Waits for the signal. Now the pitch. Breaking ball over the outside edge. A dejected body language from Evans on the mound. Thought that had found the outside edge. Instead, it's low, and it's 2-1 to Yaworski. 2-1 on the way. Breaking ball this time does find the outside edge, a little higher in the zone, so this time Bill Yeager calls it a strike, and the count's even. Two balls, two strikes. Now the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Left side, Mebin has a lot of foul territory to cover. He's over towards the Kokomo bullpen, and it's out of play. Two the count. Top of the lineup, Waits on deck, and Luke Sartori. Evans a deep breath. Comes set at the letters on his uniform. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, driven out towards left field. Klein started in, now going back. Still going back. It's over his head. And one hops over the wall. Solid ground rule double hurt the Rivets in the last half inning. This time it stings Kokomo. Voth has to stay put at third, but 2 in scoring position with nobody out as the Jackrabbits look to respond here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a second extra base hit of the season and second double of the season for Bo Yaworski as he drove that ball the other way towards the 348 sign in left center field. Klein didn't get a beat on it right away and was unable to make up the ground. So now it's third time through the Jackrabbits order, and Luke Sartori will be the batter. Already 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles off Yaworski, or rather Evans. First pitch to him, broken background ball to shortstop. This will get 1 run home. Sefcik fields it deep in the hole. His throw to first, an accurate one. Scoring on the play is Voss. Staying put at second is Yaworski. Second RBI ground out of the day for the Jackrabbits. Sartori gets the RBI, and it's a 3-3 ball game. There's nothing you can do there with the infield back. Really good jump on the base paths from Voth, who was going on contact. And the fact that it was a broken background ball took just enough sting and pace out of the ball for Sefcik to try to make a play at home. So his only play was to first after Yaworski retreated back to second base. 1 down now in the inning, runner on second for Alex Neff. First pitch to Neff, breaking ball swung on and missed. The changeup has driven straight away from the bat path of lefty hitters, and Evans going to that often here to Neff, who singled and struck out today. Did score a run upon singling and home Sartori in the first. 0-1 pitch. This time went to the curveball, and it's inside. 1-1. Neff just a 185 hitter this season for the Dayton Flyers, but plenty of pop. 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Pitch starts in on the hands, and it's fouled off to the right side. 1-2. Neff didn't have the greatest numbers at Dayton this season, but certainly bounced back from a cold start. Was 6 for his first 39, only a 154 hitter to start the season. Then ended his collegiate season a little hotter and has carried that into Kokomo so far. 1-2 pitch, swung on, popped up. Playable in foul territory, third base side. Mebane calling for it, racing over, makes the basket catch. Covered a lot of ground from the third base side in foul territory. Brock, the catcher, was probably a little closer to the baseball, but he's called off, and Mebane goes underhand at the last minute to pluck the baseball off his left hip and make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down for Ethan Hagen now. Jaworski still out at second base. Evans trying to wiggle out of another jam and limit the damage, all things considered. First pitch to Hagen, who's 0 for 2. It's a curveball, and it's swung on and missed for strike 1. Eight hits in this ballgame for the Jackrabbits through the first 3. But Evans has done well to control the damage. Left runner stranded in each of the first 3 innings. The 0-1's popped up center field. Hawkinson has it measured. It's a can of corn and straightaway center. He makes the catch to retire the side. But Kokomo does get a run back on a pair of hits. No errors. There was 1 man left on base. We've played 4 at Kokomo Municipal Stadium, and nothing to separate the Jackrabbits and Rivets, deadlocked at 3. It's the top of the Rockford order when we come back here on the Rivets Radio Network. Top of the 5th from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. New arm on the mound for the Jackrabbits. The Rivets score 3 in the top half of last inning. Kokomo bounces back with 1 of its own in the bottom half. We're deadlocked at 3. And Reese Rodaball is the new arm on the mound for the host Jackrabbits. Second pitcher of the game for Kokomo after starter Hector Garcia went 4 strong frames. Get to the numbers on Rodaball in a second. It's the top of the Rockford order. Coming to the dish starts with Colton Klein, 1 for 2 today with a single back in the 3rd. First pitch from Rodaball of the outing Works exclusively out of the stretch straight away on the mound. Fastball is low for ball one. First pitch from Rotoball, rather the 1-0, is fouled back. Said he died of fastballs in his arsenal. Also has slider and changeup. For Rotoball this season, pitched in one game. It was against the Kenosha Kingfish. Went 4 innings of relief, allowed 4 earned runs on 4 hits, striking out 4. In a game that the Jackrabbits ultimately won 8-6. 1-1's out of the zone. 2-1 here to Klein. He'll straddle that left foot behind the right before them coming together on the mound, and he kicks and delivers home, this time over the inside edge to Klein, and it's 2-2. But almost a twitch to his motion on the mound. They throw off a hitter's timing. Collegiately, Rotoball pitches at Parkland College. Teammates with one Alex Pipes on the Rivets roster. 2-2 on the way. High leg kick, pause in the delivery. Change up in on the hands, bounce towards second base. Easy underhand shovel for Hagen after the high hop goes into his glove. Klein retired for the first out of the 5th. Rotoball this season for Parkland College. Made 5 appearances, went 2-2 with a 6.20 ERA. Ate up just over 20 innings, allowing 14 earned runs. 9 walks, 30 strikeouts. Knows how to command the zone well. 1 out for Sefcik. Steps into the righty box, 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Rotoball. Line drive towards center field. That will get down in front of Neff. Just like that, Luke Sefcik starts a new hitting streak, hits in 6 of his first 7 games, and a 1-out base runner here in the 5th. Sixth hit of the season for Sefcik, just the 3rd single. Usually that gap-to-gap approach is what we've come known from him, but was able to fight that one towards center field on the first pitch ambush against Rotoball. So with 1 out, that brings Dylan Robertson to the plate. 1 for 2 today, lefty bat against the righty arm. First pitch ducks low for ball 1. Robertson's 1 for 2 today, singled and scored back in the 4th. Got the offense started for Rockford in its 4-run frame an inning ago. He singled before Mevin's opposite field double. He waits on deck. There's a dangerous part of the order to navigate here for Kokomo's newly introduced bullpen. The 1-0 pitch is swung on, driven out towards right center field. Charging in Jaworski. He makes a diving catch. What a play from Bo Jaworski, racing into the right center field gap. Sold out, dove out to his right, and made the catch just inches from the ground. Secured the baseball. Robertson's robbed of extra bases. 2 outs in the 5th. Superman style from Jaworski out there in right field. Infielder by trade, but he's showing he can do it all today. So 2 outs, runner on first for Matthew Mebin. Pitch is low in the ground and hung up between first and second is Sefcik, but the throw never comes. Thought for sure he was going to be thrown out. The catcher Voth threw down to Sheehan at first base. Sefcik took off for second, and Sheehan couldn't get the ball sorted from his glove to throw it to second base. So it works out for Sefcik. It's a stolen base, and he's in scoring position for Mebin, who's up at the count 1-0. Next pitch is chopped foul on the left side. Boy, there have been some wonky plays in this baseball game. Miscommunication allowing a single to fall for Kokomo. Oversliding the bag, leading to a rundown. The slide from Sefcik to throw out Voth at second base, and now just a miscommunication there in a rundown situation allows Rockford to get a run into scoring position. Mebin fouls another back. It's a 1-2 count. So the go-ahead run is in scoring position for the Rivets here in the 5th, and their RBI leaders at the dish, down in the count 1-2. Throw the ball, looks back the runner, now kicks and deals. Breaking ball, swung on and missed for strike 3. Went with the slider. Bevan's first strikeout of the game, and the side is retired. No run on 1 hit for the Rivets. There were no errors. There was a man left. Played 4.5, still tied up 3-3 here on the Rivets Radio Network. Bottom of the 5th inning from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Jackrabbits, Rivets deadlocked at 3. Ken Evans Jr. still on the mound for Rockford. First pitch strike to Angel Galindez. 4-5-6 to up in the Jackrabbits order. And Evans, third time through, remaining effective as he dots a breaking ball over the outside edge. It's 0-2 to Galindez. Pair of groundouts today for Kokomo's cleanup hitter. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Out of the windup breaking ball. Brock tried to bring it back, but it's low and outside. 1-2. Galindez just 6 for 24 on the season. 1-2 pitch. It's a called strike 3. Went right back to the breaking ball over the outside edge. Froze Galindez. 4 strikeout for Evans. 1 away in the 5th. It's been the difference for Evans in this outing. Fastball's been effective when he's needed it to be, but the off-speed pitches have stifled opposing hitters at times. Here's John Gazdar. Speaking of which, a first pitch off-speed pitch from Evans, warned from Gazdar, who heads down to first base. Evans is appealing on the mound, suggesting that Gazdar stuck out his left elbow to intentionally get in the way of that pitch. And now home plate umpire Billy Yeager will have a word with Stephen Leonetti, the head coach of this Jackrabbits team, in the third base coach's box. Evans threw that front door breaking ball, and Gazdar made no effort to get out of the way, according to Evans, sticking out his elbow, and that's the call it looks like right now they're going to make. Gazdar's put his elbow guard back on, and he's set to get back in the batter's box. So it will not go down as a hit-by pitch. Instead, it's a strike on Gazdar, and the count's 0-1. Not often you see that every day. I'm sure Ken Evans will take it. Successful appeal on his end. Next pitch is swung on, elevated foul, right side. Quickly 0-2. Now the pitch. Low and away, 1-2. Evans trying to remain effective as he did times for Rockford University in the spring season. 6 starts of 3 earned runs or less. 1-2 pitches left just low, and the count's 2-2. Also trying to continue that trend for Rockford starters. Rivets pitching staff currently sits at a team ERA of 4.96. Now that's middle of the pack of the Northwoods League. Here's a 2-2. Breaking balls low and away, and the count's now full to Gazdar. But the starting rotation's been excellent. Every starter has gone at least 5 innings so far this season. And the starting rotation's ERA collectively is currently 2.87. 3-2. Hit on the ground toward shortstop. Couple of high hops underneath the glove of Sefcik. It sneaks into center field. Sefcik elected to just lunge down with his left hand instead of straddling the baseball, and it snuck underneath his glove. It'll go down as an E6. It's the second error for Rockford in this ball game, and leadoff man's aboard in the 5th. 8th error of this road trip, just the 3rd game on the road this season for the Rivets. Been a sour point on the season so far. First pitch to Sheehan is over the outside edge, called ball 1. Sheehan today has reached base twice, walked, also singled back in the 3rd. Reached base twice. 1-0 count. Here's the right-hander's pitch. It's away, 2-0. Now a fastball swung on and missed, counts quickly 2-2. 2-1, excuse me. Spin back, look at the runner towards first base. It goes past the first baseman, Hampy, and hits the first base umpire, Evan Kerr. Miscommunication all around on the quick pickoff move from Evans. The first base umpire didn't get out of the way in time in foul territory. It hit him in his right shin. He looks to be all right. But the ball skipped right past Hampy and Gazdar, who went running back towards the bag. Here's a 2-1. Fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. Now time's called. Looks as though a baseball from a wiffle ball game breaking out in that playground towards right center field made its way out to the field. So Jimenez will toss one back to a group of kids playing catch, and we'll get back to baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-3 between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits. Here's the pitch. Fastball just off the outside edge. Count rides full. Second straight full count for Evans. Here's the payoff pitch. Changeup swung on and missed for strike 3. It's been his go-to pitch against lefties tonight. And way out in front was Sheehan. It's the 5th strikeout for Evans. 2 away in the 5th. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 down in the innings left to Carlos Hidalgo. Been retired twice. Once on strikes. Also flew out to right field. Righty on righty matchup. Evans first pitch. Fastball, late swing. Fouled off to the right side. Some action here for the first time in that Rockford Rivets bullpen. It's Anthony Ranieri who would make his Northwoods League debut. 0-1 the count, meanwhile, to Hidalgo. Next pitch hit on the ground towards shortstop. Tents of redemption for Sefcik, who vacuums it in on one hop, flips the short way to second to retire Gazdar and the side. For Kokomo, no runs on no hits. There was an error. Nobody left. 3-3 through 5 from Kokomo Municipal. Rivets will add back to the dish with 5, 6, 7 in their order, and we come back here on the Rockford Rivets Radio Network. We've reached the 6th at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. 3-3 ball game between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits. 5, 6, 7 coming to the dish for Rockford in the frame. Reese Rodaball stays on the bump. First pitch, Hawkinson shows bunt. It's up the third base line, but dribbles foul. Looked good off the bat. Just not enough run. There's no grooves on this infield. All turf surface at Kokomo Municipal to redirect the baseball. So every bounce is true, and Hawkinson just angled a little bit off on that one. Was unexpected for Hawkinson to show bunt. He's been on fire today. Just 1 for 2, but a 2 RBI single and also hit a ball really sharply to center field. First time up in the second that was caught by Alex Neff, who's playing him deep. 0-1 pitch. Slider breaks away, and the count's even. Rodaball's second inning of relief. Ranieri's still getting hot in the Rivets bullpen. They could be done for Kent Evans after 5 frames of really effective baseball. It's a 2-1 count as Hawkinson takes low. Next pitch hit on the ground towards shortstop. High hop for Gazdar. Hicks off the heel of his glove. Deep in the hole. Makes the throw, but it's not in time. Was up the line as well, but it won't matter. Hawkinson hustled it out. Really tough one hopper towards Gazdar that tried to backhand it deep in the hole. We'll see how it's scored. It looks like it'll go down as a base hit for Johannes Hawkinson. So he's 2 for 3, and he's aboard to start the 6th. First hit surrender by Rodaball since coming in relief of Garcia. That'll bring up Ryan Hampy. Rodaball elects to go with the slide step. First pitch swinging is Hampy. It's swung on, sent towards center field. Neff drifting right. He'll make the catch. Out in right center. Hawkinson walks back towards first base. Hampy retired on the first pitch, 1 away. So 1 down and a runner on for Garrett Sheffield. Sheffield's 1 for 2 today, singled and struck out. First pitch, Hawkinson goes. It's swung on and missed. Throw down to second base is not in time. Good jump from Hawkinson. Tag didn't even need to be applied. It's his second stolen base of the game, fourth of the summer, and he's in scoring position here with one out. Hawkinson's bounced back really nicely after a couple of tough games. Got that off day yesterday. Did come in as a pinch hitter late, but certainly helped him find his groove back offensively. Sheffield just late on the fastball, fouled it straight back. It's 0-2. And Hawkinson's somebody that this Rivets team needs to get going. Better when he's hot. A true experienced presence in that dugout. Very young Rivets team. Not a lot of Northwoods League experience, but guys like Hawkinson surely help. 0-2 pitch. Sheffield, a swing and a miss. Second time he's been retired on strike, sandwiched a base hit in between. 1 for 3, and the first strikeout for Rotaball, and there's 2 down in the 6th. Rotaball was effective for Parkland this season. Mentioned the high ERA, but very big strikeout arm. Already has 1 now to Sheffield, and it's been in the zone very optimally for this Kokomo team. Originally committed to Purdue in the Big Ten before heading down to Parkland. First pitch to Jimenez, swung on, fouled off to the left side, out of play. And Parkland's known for producing some D1 talent. A couple of Parkland guys, some Rivets alums as well. 0-1 to Jimenez, who's 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. And another swing and a miss. Bottom of this lineup's really struggled today, aside from the Sheffield single. 5 strikeouts between the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Jimenez down in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. Just inside. Rotaball was halfway towards the Kokomo dugout on the third base side, but will hop back towards the mound as the pitch was just inside. Jimenez stays in the box at 1-2. We'll do it again. Here's the pitch. This time just north of the letters. Counts 2-2. Couple of tough takes from Jimenez, who's been known to battle with 2 strikes. Still just a freshman from Milwaukee Tech. There's a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. He went around, but it kicks past Voth all the way to the backstop. Because of that, no throw down to first base. It'll go down as a strikeout, but Jimenez reaches, and up to third goes Hawkinson. And the changeup from Rotaball just got away from Voth enough, and there's on the corners with 2 outs for Owen Brock. So a chance here for Owen Brock. Has been an on-base threat for this Rockford team, but still has yet to garner an extra base hit in this Northwoods League season. First pitch from Rotaball. Over the outside edge for a called strike. Brock's 0 for 2 today. Did reach on an error back in the third, left stranded, and also struck out looking in the fourth. 0-1. On the outside corner again, strike 2. Brock as a catcher probably wondering about the zone, but here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a called strike 3. Slams his bat head down in frustration, but 3 straight pitches on the outer black, according to Billy Yeager, ring up Rock and retire the side. For Rockford, no runs on a hit. No errors, 1 man left. It's still 3-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th, up next on the Rivets Radio Network. Bottom of the 6th inning from Kokomo Municipal Stadium, Carlos Hidalgo, Brent Voth, and Bo Jaworski. The bottom third of this order scheduled to hit. Hidalgo, retired to end the last half inning. It's Voth, Jaworski in the top of the order, and Sartori set to face Kent Evans, who's at 91 pitches entering this frame. Again, the Northwoods League pitch count rules. Can't enter another inning after 100. Can't enter another batter after 110. First pitch from Evans. Fastball at the letters for strike one to Voth, who's 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles. Rockford trying to milk everything they can out of Kent Evans right here. Admittedly, a short pitching staff towards the end of this road trip. 0-1 pitch, swung on and popped up. It's in fair territory right now, third base side, drifting into foul territory. Mebane tries to make the over-the-shoulder catch, but he can't corral it. Was a tough play for anybody to get to. Like we said, a lot of foul ground here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium until you get into that outfield and the padded wall juts back in before going down the line. But up until the end of that Kokomo bullpen, it's pretty vast foul ground. Mebane was racing back from third. Could have potentially been an easier play for Klein running in from left, but he was playing off the line. Ball was in a real no man's land, so instead it's just strike two and second life for Voth. Pitch from Evans, breaking ball just off the outside edge. And you put that call under a microscope because every pitch is pivotal for Evans' pitch count in this game if he wants to get through 6. 1-2. Breaking ball just left upstairs. Is trying to bleed that changeup over the outside edge of the strike zone to sit down Voth, but a couple of disciplined takes from the Creighton Blue Jay. Evans out of the windup first base side. High leg kick in the 2-2. Fastball fouled back. Tried to blow one past him, but Voth was straight on it. Anthony Ranieri's been up throwing in the Rivets bullpen on the right-hand side. He looks set to go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Change up, swung on, hammered towards left field. Klein going back, has a beat on it. He makes the catch. Voth has stung the ball well the other way a couple of occasions. That one hangs up for Klein, and it's the first out of the 6th inning. So 1 out, nobody on, 3-3 ball game. Bo Jaworski, the 9-hole man, will come to the dish for Kokomo. Jaworski's 1 for 2 today. He doubled last time up in the 4th. Was a ground rule double the other way to left center field. The left-handed bat takes a called changeup strike from Evans over the outer third. 0-1. Next pitch on the way. Swung on, drilled towards center. Hawkinson drifting back towards the left center alleyway. Will cruise right in and make the catch. Seven pitches for Evans, so if he does not retire Sartori on 1 pitch, he cannot come back out. Currently sitting at 98 overall. Sartori's been a pain in his side. 2 singles and an RBI ground out today. Also came and scored a run. Seen the ball really well out of the right-hander's hands. First pitch to him, though, a fastball right over the outside black. Evans has really grown into this start as the game has gone on. Some hard contact to start out. Wasn't helped out by his defense, but despite Kokomo spraying 8 hits around the yard, Evans has really grown into this. Curveball over the outside edge. It's 0-2. Next pitch, off the hands, hit on the ground towards second. Robertson charging in. He's up with it. He throws to first base, and it's in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Kent Evans, who continues to carry the load for this Rockford pitching staff and keep Kokomo off the board and at bay. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 6 at Kokomo Municipal, and it's still 3-3 between the Jackrabbits and the Rivets. The top of Rockford's lineup will come to the dish after this. You're on the Rivets Radio Network. Top of the Rockford order comes to the dish here in the top of the 7th inning. 3-3 between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits. Colton Klein, Luke Sefcik, and Dylan Robertson, the scheduled hitters. Reese Rodaball continues on for a 3rd inning of relief. First pitch greeted from Klein with a deep drive towards center field, but good closing speed from Neff racing over to his right to make the catch in the left center alleyway. Klein hits it on the screws, but it's allowed first out of the 7th. There's been a couple balls hit really well by this Rockford team, but a pitcher's friendly park in Kokomo Municipal that swallows some baseballs in the outfield, and good closing speed from Neff out in center all day long. Jaworski and right also with a diving catch to rob Robertson of extra bases his last time up. Here's Sefcik, who singled back in the 5th. Has also stolen a base today. He's 1 for 3. First pitch low from Rodaball. One 0 pitch. This time catches the outside edge. Counts even. One pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Home plate umpire will say that he did. Billy Yeager says it's a 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strikes. Rodaball been stellar in relief. Just 2 hits allowed. Here's a pitch. Right back up the middle, underneath the glove of Rodaball into center field for a base hit. Hard ground shot from Luke Sefcik. 2 hits on the day, his first multi-hit game in the Northwoods League, and a 1-out base runner for Dylan Robertson. Really good piece of 2-strike hitting from Sefcik. Took the low pitch at the knees and drove it up the middle. Snuck underneath the glove of Rodaball, who had very little time to react. First pitch from Robertson grounded foul on the right side. Next pitch on the way to Robertson, off the outside edge, quickly 0-2. Robertson 1 for 3 today, singled and scored in the 4th. Mentioned a shot in the gap last time up in the 5th. A diving catch from Jaworski robbed him. Here's the 0-2. Hit the other way, ground ball to third, could be 2. Galindez to second for 1, relay to first is not in time. Robertson beats it out by a half step. Sefcik erased. 5-4 on the put out there. Robertson will reach on the fielder's choice, 2 down and a runner in scoring position. That will allow a runner to come to base for Matthew Mebane. 1 for 3 today. A ground rule double back in the 4th inning. And the RBI leader of this Rivets team. First pitch low in the dirt, blocked by Voth. One 0 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And a big spot here for Mebane. Rockford trailed 2-0, came back to take a 3-2 lead. Kokomo tied it then in the ensuing bottom half. The Rivets have had base runners on a couple of times, but haven't been able to plate any more offense. Ball going consistently with the off speed now. Another swing and miss from Mebane. It's 1-2. Now the pitch. Grounded towards third. High hop for Galindez behind the third base bag. A long throw. Dug out on the short hop from Sheehan. And the side is retired. So Rockford does get some base runners, but goes down quietly in the frame. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Still 3-3 as we stretch at Kokomo when we come back here on the Rivets Radio Network. Pitching change for the Rivets here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ken Evans' day is done. 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned on 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. It makes way for the pitching change, and Anthony Ranieri will make his Rockford Rivets debut on the mound. Plays his college ball at DuPage. This season went 43 1/3, allowing 15 earned runs on 37 hits, 30 walks, 45 strikeouts, a 3.12 ERA. Ranieri effective 3-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, changeup, and a late addition to this Rivet squad who is badly in need of some help on the mound. Now he can make his pitching debut. His first pitch works exclusively out of the stretch, a fastball high to Alex Neff. Neff today is 1 for 3, singled, also struck out and popped out. He elevates a pitch foul on the left side. It's a 1-1 count. An effective day for Ken Evans. All you could really ask for from him. 6 innings of stellar baseball, only allowed 3 runs in that frame. Was able to limit the damage early, all things considered, and gave the Rivets a chance to come back and make this a ball game. Neff upstairs, it's a 2-1 count. Neff got an RBI on his single in the first, also came around to score a run, and here the 2-1 pitch deposited into right field, past the outstretched second baseman Robertson. 2 hits for Alex Neff, who's aboard to start the home 7th. It's the 9th hit for Kokomo in the game. Ethan Hagen now comes to bat. Hagen 0 for 3 today, has flown out to center field twice, also bounced out to third. First pitch to the man who plays his college ball at Hope International, same school as the starter Hector Garcia for the Jackrabbits. It's low for ball 1. Ranieri, like we said, late arrival to this Rockford team. Next pitch is upstairs. Breaking ball that he can't get around on. Quickly 2-0. But Ranieri arrived late to this Rockford team just before this most recent road trip out of excess need for arms. This Rockford staff waiting for other pitchers to arrive as the pitch is upstairs. Was a phone call made from the pitching coach, Tyler Fletcher, who's not currently with the Rivets team, to get Ranieri on board. So he's excited to pitch in the Northwoods League. Appreciates the opportunity as the 3-0 green light from Hagen. He fouls a pitch straight back. Might have chased ball 4. Pitch was a little up in the zone. Three-one on the way. High leg kick in the delivery. Fastball inside, grounded back toward shortstop. Stefsik backs up on it. The second for 1. Throw on to first. Not in time. They cut down the runner at second in Neff. 6-4 is the put out on the fielder's choice. Just a tough one for Luke Stefsik. Took a lot of high hops. He had to back up into the hole and shortstop backhand it. Got as much as he could on the throw to Robertson, but just not enough time for the relay. Still a big first out for Rockford and 1 away here in the 7th. One out, man on first. Angel Galindez, the batter. 0 for 3 today. Struck out last time up. Also a pair of groundouts. Runner takes off. First pitch. Squeaks past Brock to the backstop. Pitch was outside. Brock moved his glove to get set to throw before the baseball had arrived, so it's off the webbing of his glove towards the backstop. Hagen easily into scoring position. Ethan Hagen, a man that already had 6 stolen bases on the campaign. It's not a lot of room for error for this Rockford team, and Kokomo has been super aggressive on the base pass, taking full advantage. Go ahead, run in scoring position for Galindez. Next pitch, Ranieri finds the zone with a fastball. No extra base hits for Galindez this season, but he's been one of the more consistent hitters for this Kokomo team coming into today. 257 for Mitchell College in the spring. Not a lot of pop, but certainly effective. Cubs hitting on the mound. Hagen takes off, gets a great jump. The pitch is slashed towards first base. Hampy will backhand it, walk it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted on the putout. Hagen up to third base. 2 down in the inning. No idea if that was a hit and run or not. It was a really good jump from Hagen. Probably had third base stolen if Galindez wouldn't have swung. But it doesn't matter what would have happened. Now there's 2 outs. Ranieri can try to get the end man here, and John Gazdar. Gazdar has yet to be retired in this game. Walked in the first, singled in the third, reached on an error in the 5th. One home run, 4 RBIs on the season. First pitch from Ranieri. Curveball breaks away from Gazdar. 1-0. Brock remains stout in his crouch behind home plate, lunging across the body to his left to keep that in front of him. The go-ahead run just 90 feet away and plenty of speed in Ethan Hagen. Ranieri set, deep breath in the 1-0. Fastball across the middle, counts even on a ball and a strike. Ranieri set, staring back the runner at third. His glove about belt high. Kicks and deals. Fastball's just off the outside edge of the plate. Brock held it there for a moment's time. 2-1. Gazdar open stance in the righty box, almost standing upright. Wiggles the bat off his right shoulder. 2-1 pitch, popped up. Jimenez racing over towards foul territory. Around the line, slides. He made the catch. What a catch, Julian Jimenez. Battling the boundaries and the slim amount of foul territory down the line. He dives out to his right, extends his right arm, and lassos the baseball in. Big catch in foul territory ends the bottom of the 7th. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one man left. 3-3 through 7. We'll be right back here on the Rivets Radio Network. We've reached the 8th from Kokomo Municipal Stadium, 3-3 between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits. Rockford trying to steal its first road win of 2022 after back-to-back heartbreaking defeats at the hand of the Kalamazoo Growlers. Rivets have had to battle back from behind in this one, but they've managed to get ahead 3-2 before Kokomo tied the game at 3. And since then, it's been a battle of the bullpens. Anthony Ranieri comes in his first outing in the Northwoods League and puts up a 0 in the bottom of the 7th around some damage. Hawkinson, Hampy, Sheffield, 5, 6, 7 due up in the Rivets order against a new arm on the mound for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. Tyler Horvath, the third pitcher of the night, operates out of the windup on the first base side. First pitch fastball fouled straight back from Hawkinson, 0-1. Hawkinson's 2 for 3 in the ballgame. Singled twice, a pair of RBIs back in the 4th. Also scored a run and stole 2 bags. Horvath this season, this is his 3rd appearance. So far, 4 innings of work, has allowed no runs. On 4 hits, struck out 5, walked none. The 0-1 pitch elevated towards right field. Jaworski racing over towards the foul line. Will make the catch and right. Route number 1. Horvath pitched an inning on opening day in Rockford in the lopsided 19-5 affair. Won by the Rivets, gave up a hit and struck out 1. Hawkinson retired for just a second time today. Ryan Hampy now the batter. Hampy is 1 for 3 with an RBI double that gave Rockford the lead and scored Hawkinson back in the fourth. First pitch, slow, methodical motion out of the windup for Horvath. Hampy, a late swing and a miss out of fastball. Horvath shifts his leg positioning. It's a high left leg kick in the delivery. Another fastball and another late swing from Hampy, quickly 0-2. Horvath this season was a lights-out reliever for Case Western Reserve University. 3-1 with a 1.50 ERA through 18 appearances. Opponents hit just 131 off of him. Hampy takes a called strike 3. Breaking ball right at the knees froze him. 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. First strikeout for Horvath. So 2 down, nobody on, still a 3-3 ball game. Garrett Sheffield, last out for the Rivets in the 8th. Struck out twice, sandwiched a single in between. First pitch, fastball, late swing and a miss. Sheffield also stole a bag back in the 4th inning after singling, but overslid the bag, so then was thrown out in a rundown between 2nd and 3rd. No balls, 1 strike. If he can get on to represent the go-ahead run, his speed could cause problems on the base paths. Fouls the pitch straight back. He's down to the count 0-2. Julian Jimenez currently waits on deck. He's 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. Not a lot of cards in the deck for manager JT Scara. When it comes to bench players, Ty Crittenberger was scratched from this initial starting line. I'm not sure what his status is. You have Trent Lawrence, Jake Bellata, Jeffrey Ince still nursing the tight hamstring from opening day. Not sure what his status or availability would be either to potentially pinch hit. For right now, all eyes are on Sheffield. 0-2, 2 outs here in the 8th, 3-3 ball game. And the pitch. Swung on. Sheffield lost his bat as he popped it up out of play on the right side. His bat went flung and helicoptered towards the Kokomo dugout on the left side. He'll go pick it up, reassess the damage before the 0-2. It's a diminutive battle at the dish. Sheffield just 5'7", Horvath 5'9". Looking to pack some major pop here on this 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball over the inside edge. It's a called strike 3. Sheffield's pointing to his left elbow as he talks to home plate umpire Billy Yeager, suggesting maybe it made some contact or nearly hit him. Certainly doesn't think it was a strike 3, but it's a second strikeout for Horvath, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 3-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 8th here on the Rivets Radio Network. Bottom of the 8th in Kokomo. 3-3 between the Rivets and the Jackrabbits. Rockford looking for its first road win of 2022. Need a little more help from its offense and some more from its bullpen. Anthony Ranieri, in the midst of his Northwoods League debut, will face 6, 7, 8 in the Jackrabbits lineup here in the last of the 8th. First pitch swinging is Sheehan. It's a ground ball into the hole at second. Robertson was playing deep. Makes a clean play on the grounder and throw to first for one away. Took some time for Ranieri to settle in. Gave up that leadoff single, but has since generated plenty of ground balls and even that pop out to right field on a sliding play made by Jimenez to end the last half inning. One out for Carlos Hidalgo. Hidalgo 0 for 3 in the ballgame. First pitch swinging, line shot. That's fair down the left field line. Kicks all the way into the corner at the 3:30 mark. Klein going to fish it out. Hidalgo pulls into second base with a one-out double. First hit of the day for Hidalgo, and he gets around on the first pitch fastball, ambushes it down the left field line, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Kokomo in the last of the 8th. So now we'll test the mettle of Anthony Ranieri. Brant Voth, 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3. Batting from the left side against the righty Ranieri. Stefsik, the shortstop, holding on the runner. Now retreats towards the hole. Here's the first pitch. Fastball, low for ball 1. Voth had just 1 hit on the season coming into today, but the Creighton Blue Jay has gotten redemption second time around here against the Rivets so far. Was only one of his last 35 to end his college season at Creighton. 1-0. Inside, kicks away from Brock as Voth contorts his body out of the way. Hidalgo up to third, and the winning run, or go-ahead run, I should say, is now just 90 feet away. And with 1 out in the inning, the Rockford infield's coming in. Remember, all turf surface at Kokomo Municipal, so any ground ball will play incredibly fast across the infield. Stefsik is pinched way up towards the bag from his shortstop position. Robertson is in the hole at second against the lefty bat. 2-0 is way inside, now 3-0. Walking Voth here wouldn't be the worst thing. Sets up the double play ball for the 9-hole man, Bo Jaworski, who waits on deck. See how careful Ranieri is in this situation. The 3-0 pitch is tight, ball 4. Didn't give him anything too good in a 3-0 count. It's his first walk, and there's runners on the corners now with 1 away. That'll bring up Jaworski. Scara out for a mound visit now with his right-hander. He'll bring in the rest of the Rockford infield. Got to think with how quick this turf surface plays, potentially could play the middle infield back, corners even with the bag, try to turn a double play, and if need be, potentially cut down that runner trying to come home. Hidalgo is 6'2", 190. Above average speed, yes, but not the fleetest of foot either. It's 2 for 3, swiping bags in limited action at St. John's this season. That's 38 games, so not a big threat on the base paths when it comes to raw speed, somebody you could cut down if need be. Voth, in his own regard, is a catcher who's already been thrown out on the base paths today and didn't steal any bases this season for Creighton. So a potential double play candidate. Jaworski doesn't run all that well either. So a Kokomo team known for its speed on the base paths, maybe a part in their lineup where that doesn't necessarily play to their strengths, could allow a ground ball to get Rockford out of the inning. Mound Conference is broken up. We'll see where JT Scara shuffles his chess pieces. Mebbin's well off the line at third against the lefty pull hitter Jaworski. even with the bag. Sefcik and Robertson are pinched up the middle, back to turn 2. Hampy will hold on the runner at first. Runner goes on the first pitch. It's a bluff throw down to second base, so they will give Voth second base to keep Hidalgo from trying to score. Double play threat is over. A pitch was taken for a ball by Jaworski, now 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And that'll draw the infield back up. Here's the pitch. 1-0 popped up. Shallow. Klein in left field. Has it for the catch. Runner tags. Here's the throw home. On one hop, it's not in time. Hidalgo slides home to score. Staying at second is Voth, but it's an RBI sac fly for Bo Jaworski. And Kokomo takes a 4-3 lead. Fly ball wasn't super deep. Thought Klein might have had a chance, but just not enough steam on the throw on one hop to contest with Hidalgo tagging from third. 4-3 Jackrabbits in the bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. And that'll bring the top of the lineup and Luke Sartori to the dish. 2 hits and an RBI ground out today. First pitch well inside for a ball. One out. Down low, 2-0. Ranieri trying to limit the damage. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, popped up, towering shot towards left center. Hawkinson, the center fielder, will come over, make the catch in the alleyway, and that'll retire the side. But Kokomo does take the lead here in the last of the 8th inning. A 1-out double from Carlos Hidalgo comes around to score on an RBI sac fly from Bo Jaworski. 4-3 Jackrabbits as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Rockford will need a run to stay around in this one. 8-9-1 set to come up for the Rivets. When we come back, you're listening to the Rockford Rivets Radio Network. Bottom of the 9th from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. 4-3 Jackrabbits. They've just taken the lead over the Rockford Rivets in the last of the 8th inning. An RBI sac fly from 9-hole man Bo Jaworski scoring Carlos Hidalgo to give the Jackrabbits the lead back. And that will make way for Tyler Horvath to come in and try to earn himself a 6-out situation here. He would actually wind up getting the win since he entered in the last half inning. Won't be a save. But in all intents and purposes, get the win and close out this ball game for the Jackrabbits. There is a pinch hitter to start the half inning for Rockford. Julian Jimenez's day is done. Ty Krittenberger, who got the day off, comes in to pinch hit. Krittenberger, a good on-base bat. One of the top in this Rockford lineup. First pitch swinging, fouled off to the right side, out of play. Krittenberger mentioned first off day of this Northwoods League season, but he's 9 for 25, a 360 hitter this season. Has reached base in 17 of his 33 plate appearances, at least once in every game he's played. Horvath's fastball left upstairs, counts even at a ball and a strike. Krittenberger with hits in his last 3 games. Will wiggle the bat high above his black helmet. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball bloop towards second base. It'll stay up for Hagen, who has to take a couple steps in to make the catch. Was a broken bat shot from Krittenberger in on the hands, and he's retired for the first out of the 9th. Just a jam shot on a well-located fastball from Horvath that Krittenberger couldn't turn on. So 1 away, and then I'll bring up Owen Brock. What a time this would be for Brock's first hit of the Northwoods League season. 0 for 3 today, 0 for 8 overall in the young season. Horvath's first pitch, late swing and a miss at a fastball. Colton Klein waits on deck, the Rockford leadoff man. He'll hope that he comes to bat with a runner on base and not representing the final hope for the Rivets. 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed again. Nothing in 2 the count. Oh, 2 pitch. Breaking ball off the glove of Voth. No chase from Brock, counts 1 and 2. It was outside. Rockford has seen how quickly its fast start can dissipate. Was passed up by Kalamazoo in the Great Lakes East standings after being swept by the Growlers on the road. Now Kokomo can pull even with them. The 2 teams will be 3 and 4 if this current result holds. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball away, counts even. Meanwhile, around the Great Lakes East, Traverse City trying to snap its 5-game losing streak currently ahead of Kalamazoo. And Kenosha's been running away with the division right now at a record of 5-1 in the early stages. 2-2 pitch is fouled back. Brock will stay alive. Catcher out of Milwaukee Area Tech. Looking to spark some life for the Rivets here in the 9th. Rotates the arms right off his right ear flap. 2-2 pitch. Fastball just low. A good take from Brock. And the count rides full. Horvath tried to paint the fastball. Was just below the knees. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. Brock grinds out another walk. It's his second time on base today. And the tying runs aboard for the Rivets in the 9th. Couple of good takes from Owen Brock with 2 strikes. And some hope for Rockford as the top of the lineup and Colton Klein steps up to the plate. Klein today 1 for 4. He singled back in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Horvath, upstairs for a ball. Brock does have some wheels on him, has yet to attempt to steal in the Northwoods League this season, was 13 for 16 at Milwaukee Area Tech. Right now he's leaning towards first base as pitch is fired home. It's tight on Klein. He swung and fouled it off his foot. He'll now take some time to walk that one off as home plate umpire Billy Yeager walks out a new baseball to Tyler Horvath. But Brock, 13 steals on 16 attempts for Milwaukee Area Tech, but looks like he's in no particular hurry to try to go right now. With the righty Horvath on the mound, Brock is actually leaning towards the first base bag when he gets his lean off the bag. Cole Sheehan holding him on at first base. Middle infield back to turn 2 for the Jackrabbits. Galindez protecting the line, even with the bag at third. Outfield straight away. 1-1 on the way to Klein. Horvath kicks and deals. Hit the other way, through the hole on the left side of the infield for a base hit. The vacated hole in the shortstop plays for Klein, an inside-out swing. His second hit of the ball game, and 2 on with 1 out here in the 9th. Really good piece of hitting from Colton Klein, who directed the ball in the gap in the infield. And now Stephen Leonetti out for a mound visit with his right-hander Horvath. Chance for Rockford to rally here in the 9th. They've gotten 2 straight on with 1 out, and Luke Sefcik will be coming to the dish. Really quick mound conference from Leonetti. There's nobody up and throwing in the Kokomo bullpen. Sefcik today is 2 for 4, has turned his day around. An early error in the field, a baseball that he lost in the sun, but he's bounced back nicely. Singles in his last 2 at-bats. A single here could tie the ball game in the 9th. Rockford, after being walked off back-to-back games, looking for its first road win of the season and a huge bounce back. Middle infield's pinch, huge hole right side of the infield for Sefcik. First pitch. Outside corner, fastball for a called strike. Sefcik stood stunned at home plate as that pitch was given the signature from home plate umpire Billy Yeager. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, this time just a few more inches off the plate. Counts even at a ball and a strike. Horvath tried to go back at the same location and nibble a little further outside, but he can't get the call. Sheehan at first, off the bag, not holding on the runner, hugging the line. Hagen, the second baseman, pinched up the middle. Big hole on that right side of the infield. Instead, Sefcik pulls off a fastball, and it's 1-2. Galindez is even with the bag off the line at third. Gazdar's holding on the runner at second from his shortstop spot. Just a couple steps off the bag towards his left. Outfield is shallow in center for Neff to try to cut down a game-tying run. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tap towards third. It'll go foul. Three runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Rockford Rivets. 4 runs on 10 hits with 1 error for Kokomo. Rockford trying to get back in the win column after losing 2 straight. Kokomo trying to pull within a game of 500. Noah Ruin warming up in the Rivets pen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Sefcik doesn't chase, and the count's even. Luke Sefcik did not feature this season for Central Michigan, but is beginning to mature right in front of our very eyes here for the Rivets. And a handful of Northwoods League games here in the first week of the season. Just 1 for 11 this season with runners in scoring position. But here's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him to go upstairs with the heater and chase. It's the 3rd strikeout for Horvath, and there's 2 down in the 9th. So that sets the stage for the 3-hole man in the Rockford lineup, Dylan Robertson. Three hits in his first 9 Northwoods League at-bats of the season. Righty on the mound, lefty in the box. Here's the first pitch. Change ups over the outside edge for strike 1. That outside corner has flummoxed batters on both teams all day long. Robertson will have to battle back from behind in the count. Hole on the left side of the infield. Hagen's deep at second base against the lefty pull hitter. Now Gazdar retreats towards the hole at shortstop. 0-1 pitch. Tardy swing on a fastball. Rockford's down to their last strike. Rivets have suffered some heartbreak on this road trip. They battled from behind today to take a 3-2 lead, Hoping Kokomo won't spoil themselves here. 4-3 Jackrabbits, top of the ninth. 2 on for the Rivets, trying to come from behind. 0-2, 2 outs. Horvath looks back the runner at second. Now the pitch. Fastball taken upstairs. Rivets started 3-1 on their inaugural homestand, but looking for that elusive first road win. A single here could tie the game. Brock leads off second. He reached via a walk. Klein off first after the single. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Robertson. Swung on, popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Gazdar, Galindez, and Hidalgo giving it a look, but it's out of play. Stays 1-2 to Robertson. Man committed to play his college ball at Missouri State next season. Here's the next 1-2 pitch from Horvath. Swung on, popped up again, left side. It's out of play once more into the Kokomo bullpen. Still nobody up for the Jackrabbits. Regardless of what happens here, you feel like it's Horvath's inning. He's gotten Rockford down to their last strike. They're watching Kalamazoo ensue some ninth inning magic. Rivets looking for a little bit of their own. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Horvath looks back the runner, kicks, deals. Fastball fouled back again. We'll stay at 1-2. Great two-strike fight from Robertson. Local product out of Chicago. Attended high school at Brother Rice. Paved his path through the community college ranks to play Division I baseball next year. Now back with the Rivets here in 2022. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball yanked down the right field line, but it's foul. Got the mistake pitch with 2 strikes from Horvath. Just couldn't direct it into the field of play. Still a 1-2 count. Pitch number 7 of the AB on its way. Horvath kicks, deals, 1-2, tap towards first, foul again. Robertson will not go down without a fight. And if he finds a way to reach to extend the inning, regardless of what the score is, Matthew Mebin, the RBI leader, waits on deck. Hagan is way deep in the hole at second base into shallow right field. Gazdar holding on the runner at second, hole on the left side of the infield. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped foul. This time straight back towards the seats. Here comes pitch number 9 of this epic 2-out battle. Rockford's been down to its last strike for seemingly 5 minutes, but Dylan Robertson continues to battle at the dish. Tying runs out at second base and Brock. Go ahead run at first and Klein. 4-3 Jackrabbits in the top of the ninth. Horvath sets his glove even eye level. Looks back the runner. Now kicks, deals. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked by Voth into the righty box. He keeps it in front of him, and the count goes to 2-2. Nervy moments here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Crowd on a knife's edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robertson calls for time. Looking to adjust his eyes. Might have gotten some of those pellets from the turf caught in them. Then plate umpire Billy Yeager making sure he's all right. Robertson will step back in the box. After much delay, twirls the bat a couple times. It comes to rest on his left shoulder. Gray batting gloves, clenched tightly close to his gray jersey. Adjusts his hands, and now comes set. Horvath on the bump, stares back the runner. Now kicks and deals a 2-2. Breaking ball, tap towards first base. Horvath off with the mound. He fumbles the baseball and gets away in foul territory. Robertson reaches, everybody moves up 90 feet, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Ruled as an E1 on Horvath. It was a tapper right in front of home plate. It kicked up the first base line. Horvath couldn't handle it. He kicked the ball into foul territory, and everybody's safe. And now, with 2 outs, here's Matthew Mebane, your RBI leader at 13, 3 home runs, 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored. Here's the first pitch, swung on, popped up, foul. Mebane has been clutch several times for the Rivets here in the early portion of the season. Home runs in back-to-back games in Kalamazoo on this road trip. A grand slam on opening day. 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, and it's quickly 0-2. Strikeouts have been a problem for Mebane as well. He struck out in every game this season. He has 11 of them so far on the campaign. Looking to battle back from 0-2 down. Rivets 90 feet away from tying the game here in the 9th. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. 4-3 Jackrabbits. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Mebane. Swung on, grounded towards second base. Up with it is Hagen. He shuffles the Gazdar at shortstop on the bag, and he retires Robinson and ends the ball game. 4-6 put out. Rockford comes up just short in this Sunday matinee. Mebane grounds into the fielder's choice, and Kokomo wins it 4-3. Heartbreak on the road for the Rivets again. They've come oh so close to their first road win of the season on 3 separate occasions and have come up just short. All 3 times. Took another rally to take the lead. And then Kokomo, again, these late inning runs have done Rockford in. 2 walk-offs in Kalamazoo. And then Kokomo with the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th to take it 4-3 here on Sunday afternoon. The win goes to Tyler Horvath. It's his first of the season. He's 1-0. The loss goes to Anthony Ranieri, who came in a really tough spot. Somebody not expected to be on the Rivets roster come opening day, but was asked to come help out with the shortage of arms. Gives up a run in the 8th inning in a really tough spot, like we said. He goes to 0-1 on the season. Game goes just under 2 hours and 50 minutes of time. And that will do it here from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. So once again, our final score, 4-3 Jackrabbits over the Rivets. For Rockford, 3 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, 9 left on base. And for Kokomo, 4 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, 9 left on base. Almost symmetry across the scorecard. But by a very fine margin, the Jackrabbits take the series opener. 2 teams will be back at it again right here at Kokomo Municipal for Rockford's road trip finale at 6:35 tomorrow. Hope you can join us on the Rivets Radio Network. But until then, I'm Andre McGarrow signing off. Once again, our final score, Jackrabbits 4, Rivets 3. Hope you've enjoyed listening and have a great rest of your Sunday.